He just may want to get out of this lane.
Does this mean they don't like the laning setup? I feel like
it is a way to escape a kill, but it also means you're more likely to have to use it spending that early gold on the TP. So
I guess that's true. Maybe he just doesn't like the laning setup as much, and it was like, I would love to solo versus a Slark. So perhaps Alliance predicted IG's prediction and has thus gotten an advantage.
Well, he's able to steal a bit more damage from Mad, but Mad is fairly durable in his own right. It will end up being I guess we never fully introduced the Lion. So we've got Loda on the offlane Slark. Going support mid is Ake on the Lion. Pycat going to be handling your Troll. It's Nikwa on the Phoenix, and that does leave Mad on the Undying safe fight. So for now, it looks like a 1-2-2, although Ake's kind of the wild card here. It's been moving around quite a bit.
And Faith, very importantly, just finally sapped level 2. He grabbed, what was it called, Leech Seed, because they had a little bit of an early engagement. So now that he has armor, he's able to help out Ferrari more in the mid lane. Should help him not die. Chuan's still sitting behind, babysitting. A lot more babysitting going on in this tournament, isn't it? Like, all the supports are just saying, oh man, I missed the kill.
Oh man.
Wow, that's a solo.
Slark.
He has full HP, too.
I just had my camera there. He just had full HP.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
He must have gotten a couple bashes, man.
He must have.
Now, this is one of the only bashes in the game that is truly random. So it is possible to just get like a ton in a row.
He must have blocked it. He did use Pounce, so he must have blocked the Pounce as well, in addition to all the bashes, and then got chased down with the
He was trying to pull the creeps to the side camp, but still he was at like full health. So
weird.
Well, completely whiffed that one as far as the camera work goes. But nice takedown there. That's an unexpected bonus. Normally not a lane where anybody's getting an early kill. As mid lane, there will be a jump at 430. Forces out the TP of the Living Armor. The TP gets canceled rather quickly. I think that might have been Burning's TP. He doesn't have it anymore. So
I feel like Alliance, instead of getting this boots on Undying, they should have bought Sentry Wards, because they saw the Observer Ward by bot ring get placed, and they can't pull, so that hurts their bot lane. And if they would have gotten the Sentries instead, they would have been able to get both the roam protection as well as the pulling going. And that would have made a huge difference. They would have had more levels on Undying. Obviously, you one-zone the Razor as well, but Creep's dying is still Creep's not, and Creep's experience not going to Razor. So I feel like a Sentries might have been a better choice, but I think if I was playing this as well, I would have been like, oh, hell yeah, I got boots. First blood.
I'll take a look at our middle lane here. Pycat doing pretty well in terms of CS so far. Sitting at 17 and 8, they try to gank him,
that's not going to work.
Faith completely revealed at like the worst possible time.
I mean, that gank just wasn't going to work unless the creep wave was on the other side. That was
especially not
gank.
Daytime. It's just so hard to get the jump.
It's not a setup. Treant does not set up for Lina unless you get behind the hero or something like that.
If you're like boots on no boots and you have a haste rune or it's nighttime, then maybe, but that was a pretty low percentage time to gank. As Faith wants to contest this top bird, he's going to go for it. Oh, he goes in and he gets punished by an easy double damage for Pycat. May even look for an additional kill, though he doesn't have boots, and they could kill him with one more raise. Can they get it off? Luo, where's the bash? Oh, unable to find it. Pycat just walks away.
That was really close. DD, great rune for that. Pretty easy kill. Salve on him, and Pycat will go back mid with the Bottle Crow.
Classic Pycat troll game, man, where he just has this excellent start, does well in his 1v1. Still slightly ahead of the Shadow Fiend in terms of CS. Even fighting against Living Armor at times, as there will be a jump in from Nikwa. They're just putting a lot of pressure on the 430 early, though. He may turn this. Oh, gets the raise. 3 HP. Oh, my.
Chuan might die. Gets him last axe.
Pycat picks up a kill. How unfortunate for Team IG.
Yeah,
what else could go wrong here? They're going to try to make a go on Luo. They did pounce onto him, but don't really have a whole lot of follow-up. He is quite beefy. Is the hero that has the highest effective HP at level 1 in the game.
Yeah, strength gain isn't bad either, 2.4. Stout Shield makes it even harder. You would think that Slark would win a melee versus melee matchup, but with the Orb of Venom and a couple bashes, you just can't put up with that damage.
The good news is, though, that they can afford to devote a little more here. Because early on, Pycat's having a good start in the mid lane. Your bottom lane, Mad is 24 CS is a safe lane on Dying. It's turned into a bit of a core role here, though maybe not what they initially were planning.
Yeah, a little interesting here. He actually hasn't gotten Soul Rip yet. I'm a little surprised. I've eaten my words.
Leveling up the Tombstone, it is their big team fight spell.
Yeah.
But normally you see you'll normally see one value point in all of Undying skills, regardless of which you choose to match at some point.
Maybe they realize that if they move Nikwa around, he's more likely to be able to get a kill than an Undying. Undying is more of like a response to a gank or a team fight setup. You need the tomb to be on top of everybody kind of a thing. So if he roams around the map, he's not going to do very much. So maybe better to shift Nikwa here into a support role, and then Mad can just grab more levels, hit level 6 pretty quick, and hopefully affect team fights and ganks more.
Bounty Rune going to be snagged by your Lion for Alliance. They look pretty decent right now in terms of CS. The Troll, the Undying farming really well. All 3 cores of IG keeping up to some extent. And I do want to point out, we saw the power of stealing enemy stacks last game. IG got some fat stacks right now.
Oh, jeez.
Chuan has been just living in this woods. Well, so much for 430 struggling mid. Leader in CS, he is just about even, and that's only 1 stack. You give him the other one, he will be ahead of this Troll.
And that's going to make up a lot of experience that Tron's missing as well. Only sitting at 3. He'll sap this as well.
You mentioned earlier how much teams are really favoring the Shadow Fiend lately, and I feel like this is one of the big reasons why, because he always has the comeback mechanic.
You've got 3 nukes for 1 skill point, essentially. That's pretty amazing. So he's even going to stack up this medium camp again. And another medium stack. Gank on the top lane. Spirit Breaker's going to charge forward. Hits Ake, gets another bash.
There's your bash, one more, and he gets
my
the kill.
Gosh.
This guy is
got the
a
ulti.
true lord. No, there's an ultimate from Loda,
Okay.
though. But does force it out.
Man, this guy has got the bash luck.
There's never a time where you get bashed by the Spirit Breaker and you don't just get pissed. That is the most annoying hero to play against.
It's obnoxious.
Pycat going pretty aggressive here on the mid lane. He does have his ultimate. Does not want to commit to Faith, but with the maxed melee axes now, he can threaten for some kills.
Yeah. So Loda hitting 6 like we just saw. His ultimate's on cooldown for a bit. Tron's actually only level 3 here. Didn't get that much out of the stack, so he's going to be under-leveled unless he stands around by these next medium camps being killed. Ferrari as well, just sitting on a Clarity Potion, letting Tree get some levels mid. They can't have both of their supports be completely gimped, that's for sure.
For now, it looks like another little dance over the rune. Trying to make a move here with the Slark, pounce onto Luo, and the bash. Does he get one more? Give me a bash. No, he gets bashed himself by Pycat. Turned on with the impale. He'll go down. That's some sweet justice there for Alliance. Ends up being a 1-for-1.
Back.
Now chases in. Here comes the Lina. Good damage. The Requiem for 430 brings down 1. He might get Pycat as well. Uh-oh. This ain't good for Alliance. Stuns there. The buyback from the Spirit Breaker not even needed in the end. They clean house. A double for Faith of all heroes, and more importantly, a death on both cores for Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, Loda was pretty much into that fight there. He's only got 2 in pounce, so his cooldown's really high. Once you pounce in on the Shadow Fiend, he could have started running away, but there's a pretty decent chance he would have gotten cleaned up anyways, so maybe he should have backed up a bit, but didn't work out. Undyne actually going for a Vitality Booster first purchase. I actually like this idea because it's going to stack with Decay essentially. Decay does give you more HP, but sometimes you can burst it down before you get to Decay. So extra HP and extra survivability is all you need on Undyne to completely turn fights. It turns into a gank from you getting ganked into you getting a triple kill. So extra HP can be pretty good.
Yeah, that's the point. It's like you have to reach your tipping point as the hero where you've just gotten a little too tanky for them to deal with, and then they're screwed because they can't run from the Tombstone, and inevitably your team's able to hunt them down with it. So that's where the Bit Booster can be a great value pickup.
Faith's in bottom with Arcane Boots. He's looking to turn a fight here. He's still invisible. He did spot out Lion, so they do anticipate it coming. Actually, the gank is going the other way. Spirit Breaker coming in. He's got ultimate as well. He's not going to bash the Lion. Great Hex.
Oh, well, might cost Ake his life, though. He gets lead seated. They get some vision from the Plasma Field. Out comes the Nether Strike. Kill secured. Now the Overgrowth Loda able to Dark Pack that one off, but he's already used his ult. He's giving up too much damage here. He really needs to retreat, and now with the Tombstone getting dropped, Burning's going to have to turn his attention to deal with that. Meanwhile, Luo diving behind the tower. He's almost killed off the entire squad by himself. That's just so damn tanky. They kill the Tombstone with the stolen damage and might even be able to turn this fight. Double raise, one plank. Oh, the leap. Loda putting on his Nikes as he retreats out, turn onto Luo. They need a bash here. Oh, they'll get the charge instead, and now they begin to sap up a bit more damage. A nuke, a raise, a plasma field. They snipe him from range.
That was so well done. Trion barely walked within range of somebody's Arcane Boots and got just enough to get the leech seed and guarantee the Undyne kill. If Undyne had a bit more mana there, he maybe would have been able to do more. Definitely needed ultimate there. Like if he was 6 instead of 5, he would have slowed them all down. Maybe picked up more kills. That was just unfortunate.
Other thing was that the Slark gave a little too much damage to Razor. Without that stolen damage, he does not go for the Tombstone. Like he would not have been able to kill it in time. But he had plus 84. That's a lot.
And Loda's basically moving around the map trying to gank to catch up. But is this the right choice?
Money to burn.
It hasn't paid off really. He's got 1 assist, but
they do have a troll, so the Slark's automatically a bit stronger, but ultimately later on this game, the analysts were talking a lot about it. It feels like there's a lot of ways to control just a farm troll. You've got the Overgrowth, potentially a Lina Agadim Scepter, the Razor, Damage Drain, Spirit Breaker with 2 ways to deal with them. So that's where it really feels like you need a farm Slark, someone who's much more difficult to lock down and deal with later on in the game. So yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I feel like Loda's farm needs to be prioritized more than it has been so far.
It's been a weird game for Alliance. They've essentially changed roles. He's like playing off-lane Slark, and they have a safe farming Undying. Not the best plan on paper.
They've just had to make adjustments, I guess.
Yeah.
IG they've had good rotations. The first smoke gank failed, but since then it's been pretty much every move paying off for them. They go into the jungle, they get their stacks, they pressure bottom, they get a bunch of kills. And they just want to keep that pressure flowing. Now moving into the top lane, Burning and Chuan teaming up here. Only Burning hitting the tower. They're bringing in a little bit more, though. Luo coming in hot. Oh, Ake doesn't get off the Hex in time. Then he gets bashed and bashed again, and will be brought down, courtesy of that charge. Another straight combo.
Yeah, the charge AoE is actually pretty big. You don't necessarily see it coming. It's definitely a lot safer to land the Earth Spike because the range is much farther than Hex. So a death on him is going to hurt pretty bad because he's still only level 4, not even close to 6 yet, whereas the supports on IG are a little underleveled, but not terribly. Treant's been in a lot of fights. He's 3-1 and 2. Faith has had a great Treant Protector game. In a lot of ways, this is the ideal Treant game.
IG making some aggressive moves now as they'll push in the bottom lane. 430, going to take that tower. Another objective going their way. Score 8-4. Alliance, should they lose this game, they'll be knocked down to the lower bracket. Not the ideal position for them. And now they get vision on Loda. There's the charge in. He does pounce out and should be able to retreat in the end. But he's trapped in a rather unfortunate position for the next 11 seconds.
He's got a haste, but his HP is just so low. He spots out the supports. We'll see if they predict the... Actually, that was an Ake ward. You definitely see those two. Lina doesn't even have ult yet, but they're going to shift towards the mid lane to push. In the meantime, Superbreaker charges to the top lane to get some farm.
Now we might have that clash mid momentarily. Everyone maneuvering into position. The charge completes. Not really a fight the Spearbreaker wants to take. Troll is helmet the Dominator. He's a bit too beefy.
And Razor's build going for the 4-4-0 with no ultimate, which sometimes is picked up. If he does sap the damage of Slark or Troll, he makes one of those heroes worthless. And if Alliance is this underfarmed, that's like all of their damage. If Troll can't do any damage, what do they got? They have a couple nukes. They don't even have level 6 on Lion. It's a tough game for them.
Yeah, and I like this just very cheap item pickup by Burning. Goes for the drums here, not trying to rush anything bigger. They get the mech on 430. They know if they get through this laning stage, they're in pretty good shape moving forward, where they could start to death ball, take towers, walk into the Roche pit. They have heroes that flash farm fairly well. The Razor's pretty good with Plasma Field, so too is the lead on the Shadow Fiend. So you've got 3 cores that can use the farm, and if they need to take it late, if they get farm on Faith's tree, that Ags can be devastating. Though, to be fair, the Chinese teams really don't seem to go the tree Ags very often. Seems like mainly a Western thing.
Yeah, I think it's counterable by top teams. It seems like something they can deal with. Charge coming through. That's Pycat. Stun misses. He might live. Nope. He bashed.
Just for good measure. 430 misses 1 raise there, but it's okay. The cow's there.
Good sentry position here. Very likely
he gets hit by the blinding axes, it still gets a bash. I mean,
that's actually a very low chance.
The percentage of that is very low.
40% of 17%.
Not great, that's for sure. Now here comes the pressure now, Kevin. They've got the mech on the Shadow Fiend, and they just want to start taking big objectives. They're going to push in the mid lane. Can Alliance contest this is the question.
It's definitely going to be tough. They've got 4 Entomb, but the right clicks of IG are decent.
Not again. Luo finds another. The bash, the stun, and gets off the egg. They can just kill it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Not good for Alliance. A death on the Phoenix. The egg wasted as well. Just not finding the opening so far. Let's try to make it going 430. Mech was already used. Tombstone deployed, but he's just going to look for a TP out. He'll make it, too. Faith, Poppy the Overgrowth to bring it back to safety. Even if they get this kill, it's only the Treant Protector. Well, they will, but 430, just great decision-making under pressure.
It's so fast.
TP's out.
He just immediately recognized, no stuns, time to run. Maybe they spotted the Slark grabbing an Invis or something like that, but that was impressive reaction speed that definitely guaranteed his life, so that was good.
Now, this guy is a TI winner. He's been playing Dota for a long time at a top level. So
very true.
No surprises, 430. I mean, the whole IG team, really.
Yeah. And IG noticing that the Helm of the Dominator was the first pickup for Troll Warlord. And look at this, they already have the Ancients warded. So we won't even see big Ancient stacks that Troll's going to be able to deal with.
In theory, Alliance could look to deward this, but they're just so poor right now on the supports. Like, you look at the Lion, 1400. The Liquid does have an Urn, which is okay. But so far, don't seem to know or really care too much about it.
And they're just going to get BKBs. Once there's a BKB on Ferrari and a BKB on Razor, they could just take any tower, basically. I feel like Alliance won't be able to fight into that. They'll have zombies and stuff, but they can just kill that smoke coming to the bot lane. Charge comes through.
This cow, he's just everywhere. Laguna, stun, and no nether strike even required.
Oh, man.
Luo has been on fire this entire series. The Clockwork game last game single-handedly turns the game around, and now this time, Kevin, he's set up 9 kills out of 11 for his team, and he's looking for more. Barreling towards the mid lane, gets Mad. There is a Hex, but it's after the initial charge stun. Mad does have his ultimate, pops it immediately, but Lena's here for the follow-up. They need to focus this Tombstone. Overgrowth? No, they're going to ignore the Tombstone, kill the heroes instead. Zombies starting to stack up a little bit, but apparently of no concern to IG whatsoever. Now they begin to turn their attention. Requiem's there, 3 dead. Alliance getting absolutely run over, and another charge. Luo again with the initiation. IG just crushing through Alliance. 11 of 14 kills. This man, he deserves a medal.
How about a Midas? Is that good enough?
It's kind of a medal. He's like, okay, I'm not done yet. Let me get back to it.
Yeah, guaranteeing his late game farm, giving him more attack speed, which is more bashes. Just all the tier 1 towers are gone, and the collapse will continue from here. IG's going to get a lot of space. We do actually have Treant Protector focusing towards items, or at the very least he's gotten a point booster. We'll see his just Observer Wards coming out. No other components. It's a bit of ways before he gets his eggs, but I feel like the gap is closing. There's enough stuns on IG. They're ganking in good patterns. They're setting up kills on the supports on Alliance. Alliance is looking to turn fights, but it's just not working. I feel like they need a Ravage or something to really like buy them some team fight. Obviously Tombstone helps, but it's not a stun.
They do have our spike. We saw some mini Ravages earlier, but yeah, it's not reliable by any means.
Yeah, and they're up to Desperation smoking now, so that's what they need.
Well, for IG right now, looks like Luo wants to push in this bottom lane a bit. Now he's going to turn his attention, though. He's charging onto Pycat, gets caught out, gets off the Whirling Axes at least, but still Laguna, another Nether Strike, and down he goes so quickly. Well-placed egg, but a little bit too well-placed. It's in the middle of IG, so in the end, not so well-placed after all. Burning joins the fray. They're going to focus the Tombstone as a squad, and again, the Overgrowth. Finding another pick-off, the Tombstone falls. Mad, in trouble, being pursued. They even bash Loda, turning back around. No, I'm going to have you instead. A little roasted zombie on a skewer. As IG just continue to beat down Alliance.
Just really unfortunate timing there. They're smoking over to the Troll. If they were next to the Troll when that fight starts, it could have gone well. But they found the Razor. They were forced to maybe drop the Tomb kind of close to Razor to deal with Razor, but they didn't feel like they could get that kill. Things are just not going their way. IG is always slightly ahead of them in steps.
It's just getting out of control. And I feel like this is the point in the game where you just start to tilt. Your Slark got 1v1 soloed by a Spirit Breaker. He's now 5-1-8. And every time someone goes to farm a lane, they just get charged and they die.
When you farm the jungle, you get charged and die. There's not a lot of safe places.
You know where's safe? The Fountain.
Yeah.
That's always plan C if they really...
By the Ancient, you got 2 big towers there.
I feel like Luo's just going to charge someone, chain bash them, and kill them in the Fountain to conclude this game if it continues on its current pace. He'll probably go kill the Fountain.
Yeah, very likely.
You remember when you could do that in Dota 1?
Yeah.
Ursa Crystal Maiden?
Yes, I have seen the videos. I never did it myself. I was a bit too newbie at the time, I think.
And then you could endlessly chain camp the Fountain if you were not such a nice person.
Yeah, that was very common. Not for me. Maybe to me, but...
It was... you got to pad your stats and thrown in.
Yeah, Dota fella.
TDA.
All that stuff.
Oh man, those were the days. Well, for now, everybody just having to hang back quite a bit on Alliance. They have lost a lot of map control, a lot of momentum. It's IG who just confidently march around the map. Pretty much just wherever they feel like going. They don't really care if they have backup. Just one hero pushes down one lane, and someone else goes to farm the jungle. It's just like they're on autopilot at this point.
Yeah. And they don't even really need smokes for all of this. They've got Treant Protector with 3 levels in his invisibility, so he's always ganking, setting up kills, spotting where the enemies are, all that good stuff. So the obvious Observer Wards are sometimes the better one, and he doesn't get dewarded, so charge is coming in, though.
Hey, look who it is. You know what's really scary? He almost has BKB. And once he gets it, they have no way to stop the charge. Unless, well, no, they can't
Troll
even bash
bash?
him. You can't, because then you're going to get stunned before you even get off that auto
Yeah, I
attack.
don't think there's any way to stop that bash. It will bash through BKB. It doesn't do the magic damage, but it will do the bit of a stun. So
Maybe you can, like, Yules yourself. That's about the only thing I can really think of to get away from this nasty cow.
A billion pings showing that a certain item is ready. And we'll see if he does anything with it. It's going to be tough, though. His right click is pretty insignificant. Are there any heroes on Alliance that he can solo kill? He can kill, or I'm sorry, on IG.
Lina?
Lina's definitely possible. He's only got a Tranquil Boots and a Burst.
Oh, he did cancel his charge here, but unfortunately Loda unable to find him. Just 2 ships passing in the night.
That was a weird charge.
Yeah, it was like just a half stutter step type of charge, and then he just backs the hell off.
And Troll so behind. He's got a Sanj, but we're talking 21 minutes here. Obviously, he picked up a Helm of the Dominator as well. Maybe that was just a panic buy. Might see a fight on the mid lane, we'll see if he catches anybody.
430, trying to push out this wave a bit further. He'll continue marching down the middle lane. He's got BKB now, and that's 2 heroes. That how do you kill them? He's got mech BKB. At this stage of the game, Troll is not manning up on that.
Yeah, it's not really possible to do. Their armor's too high. They've got the heals. He can sap the damage. If Troll tries to go for a kill, he's going to lose at least 60 damage in a couple seconds, and then bam. From there, Troll does nothing. Troll's only hitting for 150 right now, and Razor can drain up to 200. And once that damage is gone, that's pretty much the fight. Once the BKBs are up, because then after the BKBs are up, what do you got? Zombies and Slark right-click on somebody with a BKB. That's pretty much it.
And the Shadow Fiend is 200 damage. Razor's probably stealing something. Like, that Tombstone is just going to die anyway.
Does Loda realize that he's getting charged here?
Oh, he's getting charged. He does get off the Dark Pack, but still coming through with another strike. No, gets fogged there by the Slark ultimate. They might get him anyway. Plasma Field pursuing him through the tree line. Chuan has a stun. Oh, they're going to find him. Nether Strike comes out. They get the vision, courtesy of the Static Link of Burning. And, well, not only is Loda not doing anything positive for his team with the Shadow Blade, but he's not even able to escape the wrath of the cow. Yeah. This is a horror movie, man. This is.
He maybe should have identified that he was getting charged. It seemed like he was kind of up to it. If you notice, his passive wasn't on while he's invisible, which means he's either standing by a sentry ward or he's getting charged. I guess that does work.
That's true. In theory, he should have noticed, but you know, you wait a couple of seconds, your camera's elsewhere, and then all of a sudden, it may just be too late, I guess.
The solo Treant gank, because they're so far ahead.
Oh no, that's a 3-hero charge, as though the rest wasn't good enough by Luo. He's going even deeper. He does get stunned up, takes a lot of damage here, but Burning just goes strong against the ankle. Bring that down on a mega kill. Still, the Spirit Breaker able to retreat, and it's Mad who gets pursued out. Here comes 430, and there goes Alliance. 3 heroes buried 6 feet under, and they're just going to try to push this tier 2 without creeps. I don't think we've seen a game this one-sided yet this tournament. At least not on the mainstream.
Razor just like really counters what Alliance wants to do in multiple ways. Not only is it sapping damage from the Troll, but he's also got a drum. And what the drum does is you can temporarily increase your team's attack speed, kill the egg a little bit faster. It's a great Phoenix counter, even on support kills.
Pycat, he wants that sweet, sweet revenge. He's hoping to bring down the Spirit Breaker, but now the Nether Strike. The blind effect will now end, and can they get this kill? He's going to go for a second charge to go with the first, then the bash. Give me another, he says. Laguna, oh, they don't need it. They get the kill anyway. Chuan barely escaping here. He's earned up. He's healed up by the tree. He will survive. Oh, they just can't catch a break on the side of Alliance.
It looked like Chuan's tether broke there from the Slark. It was really weird. I swear he caught him in the pounce, and then all of a sudden he just ran away. It's very peculiar.
Oh my god. This is just never ending.
That
was a nightmare that Alliance can't escape.
I thought they were going to get a kill there, but then the pounce didn't work. It must have missed or something, or a bug.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I don't know if that was going to get him back in the game, but that was still a kill.
Loda looking to make a move here. He's going to whiff the pounce, and guess who's diving towards the well? It's Luo. Runs right past Ake. On to Nico. He's bashing him with the fountain. One more bash will get this. Not enough. Give me a bash, he says. He wants Ake. He can't get it. That is, I don't know if that's BM, but that is just Luo putting down the boot and saying, you're going to the lower bracket, Alliance. There is no stopping me now.
He's got 1,700 HP plus a BKB. How can Alliance stop that? They can put down the ultimate,
this cow's out of control, man.
I mean, at most they drop the tombstone here, but
that is some infected beef. There is nothing natural about this performance. And And they're just going to push.
Ags is finished on Treant. In case they don't win on this push, take control of the map.
Right, it's not like they lack for late game. They've got the
They
tree
really don't.
and 2 good ranged AoE damage dealers.
They are committing to strength right now, though. They're grabbing an AC on Razor, a great item. If you've got minus armor, might as well get more minus armor. It's also going to make it hard for your opponents to get kills. 1 Yule's up on the Undying, prevent him from chasing, and they are out.
Middle tower is under attack.
Now that was BM. That was definitely BM.
He didn't even BKB. That was the best part. He's BKB'd like after he had run past the line.
I mean, it was obvious they were running, and I wouldn't put it past Chuan there to drop the Yules as you escape. Like, that could have potentially gotten him killed, but
yeah, it's fine.
he knew they had the advantage. What's the gold graph like right now? It's moderate. They have twice as much gold.
Their net worth advantage is increasing by 1,000 gold per minute.
I think due to comeback mechanics, I think if Alliance gets a 5-man team wipe, the enemy throne just dies. I think that's how the math works out.
Instantly.
Just blows up.
They're just that far ahead. Oh,
yes.
Mad, he dared to leave the base. He will pay for his sins. Quickly ravaged by IG. This is like watching a cat play with a mouse who's had its tail and a couple of its legs ripped off. There's just no stopping them at this point. He's just going to charge all the way top. I mean, why the hell not?
Yeah, they're going to get a tier 1 tower, which is going to help a bit, but they have to immediately go back. And they got to defend. If they get 2 racks this early on, there's just no coming back from that.
He just charged top, so a TP's to the fountain, and then he just starts charging them to the fountains. Merciless Mad Cow Luo.
He can't just give up.
I mean, at this point, Alliance have to know. Their goose is cooked. Barring an epic throw by IG.
If they stop attacking for 20 seconds.
Well, so much for IG even being slightly rattled by their travel delays.
Yeah, no
They
kidding.
showed up ready to play today.
Maybe there's an extra day for research, a couple extra hours for research.
It was a tactical travel delay, so they could do a little extra research.
All right, they're looking to go in. Will they
trying
catch
to make
Burning?
their jump
Burnings's
up.
kind of low. This is a little dangerous.
BKB, though. BKB not being used. He gets bashed. Oh, no,
okay.
the tree's going to save him. Now the egg, but it's in the middle of everyone again, focused down by IG. Requiem coming out. Kaboom!
Whoa.
Drives them all back. They're going to focus down the tombstone, tries to deny it. Even the deny for Pycat isn't possible. Now the tier 3 falls, and IG marching towards victory is 430. Goes in for a Hex. Nice little pickup here to help focus heroes down, and well, it's Pycat he finds. Raise, 1-2, gotcha, and now make it 4 heroes dead. They're gonna finish off Mad. Alliance just getting run over. This was like a freight train hitting an insect, man. Unstoppable showing here in game number 2.
And their laning stage just went so well, and in the mid-game, Alliance couldn't get any kills. There was virtually nothing they could do to come back. They just kept missing their kills. IG was already set up for them. Would initiate before Alliance could turn around, and that was a double gold advantage. I haven't seen a game like that in a very long time.
It's one thing to have a 25k net worth advantage, but it's another thing when you're doubling the enemy team with that level of advantage.
Yeah, definitely tough to come back there. Maybe they were just a little indecisive about their laning stage. They left Undying bottom, and then that first major team fight, he ran out of mana really fast, and all these extra levels he had just didn't pay off. If anything, maybe he actually should have gotten mana boots instead of Vitality Booster. Normally I'd say, like, yeah, definitely get the Vitality Booster with a Magic Wand, but instead he just had all this HP, and the enemy team, they just walked away. Maybe an Orb of Venom. He needed a way to, like, impact better in that fight with the advantage he got, and once that fight didn't go their way, like, that was everything they had in the early game.
That was just... like, if you're Team Malaysia now, I don't know if I would say they're scared, but if they were watching that game, they cannot be feeling great about just how good IG looked.
Yeah, IG did look really good, but they definitely play a very different style than Team Malaysia. I still feel pretty confident about Team Malaysia for winning that series upcoming, so
that's going to be an exciting match. But in the lower bracket, Secret versus Alliance, 2 fan-favorite teams, and one of them's going home tomorrow. That's rough.
That's intense. Who would have thought that was coming?
I mean, right now I'd say Secret looks stronger, but you know, you get a night's rest. The Alliance has beaten them before. I think they actually beat them 2-0 in the StarLadder qualifiers. No, that might have been Cloud9 actually, but I know they've performed well against Secret in the past, so it's definitely possible. I think coming up soon we might have a post-game interview with IG, but I'm not sure if that's ready just yet. So maybe we'll get to hear Chuan's thoughts. He's always a fun interview. His English is not the best necessarily. But
yeah, he's
just such a flavorful guy.
Pretty funny guy, all right. Definitely plays a really sick support. We saw that game. Got really fast items, set up the kills, landed the stuns. Ultied for style. It was pretty cool.
Well, with that, we don't have to wait any longer. Our interview is ready. Let's head down to Jay on stage.
All right. Congratulations, IG. And I'm here with Chuan for a short interview. And Kelly here is going to help us with some translation. So once again, congratulations on taking a definite win against the Alliance. And do you feel that you were at a disadvantage going into the series just because of your travel troubles?
这样可能会让我们更加认真打比赛，因为大家都很累，然后也不想白来一趟。